Ooh, do you guys want the tea of the harem conspiracy? This is one of the most interesting times in ancient Egyptian history to me, and I'm not typically a Ramesside person. That's the time period I don't really know as much about within the New Kingdom. But this is one of the most interesting kind of phenomenon this time that we have, especially because we have a very, very detailed record of what happened. The Harem conspiracy was a coup d'etat against this man, Ramses III, who was a pharaoh around 1155 BCE, which is when this conspiracy happened. Now, the main instigator of this conspiracy was one of his secondary wives named Ta. This is not the same Ta who was married to Amenhotep III. She was much earlier. Now, the reason it's called the Harem conspiracy is because mainly this was formed essentially within the harem is not the correct word, but essentially the group of women that were married to Ramses and their sons and then conspirators with them. Ta wanted to place her son on the throne over the pharaoh's chosen successor, Ramses IV, who was a son of one of his primary wives. Besides Ta and a couple other people within the harem, the main plot was organized by a court official named Pek Kamen. And essentially, the plotters succeeded in killing Ramses III, but they were never able to put Pentawere on the throne. We know a lot of this information from mainly this papyrus, which is called the Judicial Pyrus of Turin. There are a couple other papyri that talk about this conspiracy, but this is the largest and most complete series of documents that talk about the accusations, the convictions, and then the punishments against those accused. We know that Ramses III was attacked on the beautiful festival of the Valley Day, and they were able to essentially cut his throat so deep that it almost went back to his spinal column. And the reason we know this is we actually have the mummy of Ramses III. And I'm not going to show a picture of it here, but you can look online and there are pictures where you can see CT scans about how deep this cut went and how essentially Ramses would never have been able to survive it. In total, about 28 people were executed for their role in the assassination and conspiracy, while 10, including Pentawere, were allowed to take their own lives. And then several others were punished in other ways by having their noses and ears cut off or verbally reprimanded. But none of this text actually tells us what happened to any of the women in this conspiracy. And essentially, they kind of just disappear from record. And so it's probably not a good sign. In addition, we also have the mummy that we believe is possibly Pentawere, because via DNA we have confirmed it is a son of Ramses III, but it's actually not mummified in a very typical way, and it was buried with a ritually impure goat skin and an uninscribed coffin, which makes us think that they gave a little bit of respect because he was the son of a king, but putting something in there that was impure and not according to ancient Egyptian customs kind of shows that he may have done something pretty bad in life. Let me know if you want a little bit more detail about this conspiracy or want to hear more about the mummy of Ramses III, because that's another really interesting topic that I love to talk about.